I don't even know how to start this video, man. All I can say is that somebody needs to be held accountable for what transpired with Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers last night. Shout out to everyone who was in the live stream at 12:31 Eastern time. And, we're ranting and raging about how this game went down at the end and what happened. And, I'm up at 2 a.m. I'm staring at the blank ceiling. I'm wondering, how in the world was Joel Embiid cleared to play that basketball game? I'm asking myself, RB, just come up with one way. Can you come up with one way possible that Joel Embiid was allowed to go out there and perform last night? I'm still asking myself the question. I'm still looking for the answer. There is no possible way. And honestly, I'm not going to try to sit here and, call for people's jobs because these are human beings, etc. But we're talking about a human being. And even more than one of the greatest players in the league, we're talking about a dude's health. You let this dude go out there last night and play when there is no way in hell that he should have been on a basketball court. I'm so frustrated. I have a list of things I want to go down and elaborate on. Hopefully I don't forget them all. Hopefully this video doesn't go on for 2 hours. But let's just take it back a little bit. Let's unwind, right? Let's unravel the last several days. So Saturday night, 5 starters down. Joel Embiid decides to be the 6th starter 15 minutes before the game. He's out there warming up and he's going through the motions. And it was reported that the training staff, the Sixers medical staff, pulled him off the floor. And in the locker room, he was seen sporting a knee wrap. They said his knee was swelling. He couldn't jump. And they ruled him out of that Denver game. 2 nights later, he's in Portland. The Sixers are on a West Coast trip. He does not play. Him and Maxey out again. And you're telling me the next night, Joel Embiid is out there warming up and he decides to give it a go. Nobody stops him. And in the first quarter, I said it on the live stream, go back. The archives are there all game long. I'm saying this dude is not right. Get him the hell out of the game. You're going to get him injured even more. I mean, there was so many different things. First off, this was the first game last night of the season where Joel Embiid would not attack the paint. He literally did not get in the paint till like the third quarter. I could tell something was wrong. He was settling for these deep twos. He did not look right. He wasn't jumping on defense. He was limping all around. He was wobbling. He couldn't even keep his balance. It almost looked like he had a damn concussion because he's just falling all over the place. And Joel Embiid in the first half had a play where he literally goes up for a block and falls. You're telling me that nobody saw this play and thought it was a good idea to get him out of there? The dude's knee literally gave out on him. From that point on, from then and there, you're telling me nobody had the balls to step up and get him the hell out of the game. Okay, so he stays in the game. And, I haven't been too critical of Nick Nurse because I think he's done a good job in, this team's success so far this year. Obviously, they're going through a very, very rough stretch and it could have implications on the rest of the season. But with the cards he was dealt, with how bad the offseason was, etc., I thought Nick Nurse has been doing some positive things. Last night is the first time that I can say Nick Nurse got outcoached. And the last several games he's been bad. And he pulled a Doc Rivers. Let's call a spade a spade. Fourth quarter, Sixers are actually clawing back. Warriors are not playing that well right now. And Jaden Springer and Furkan Korkmaz, those dudes have balls last night. They're out there bringing the Sixers back, making winning type plays, knocking down shots, all of that in the third. And Nick Nurse decides to pull a Doc and go back to the starting unit, who loses the game. Joel Embiid can't even hold on to the ball. He's trying to dribble and he's losing it. And then he ends up losing it in the fourth quarter with like 4 or 5 minutes to go. And Jonathan Kuminga dives on his knee. I'm not going to blame Kuminga because he was going for a loose ball. But what do you know? When you play with fire, sometimes you burn down the whole damn house. Now, Nick Nurse after the game tried to say it was unrelated to the other injury. I don't give a shit if it was unrelated. The fact of the matter is, when you play around and you leave guys out there and you leave them exposed to being injured again, those are the inopportune times when things like this happen. It is unfortunate and it sucks. Joel Embiid gets his left knee dove on. He comes up wincing in pain. He's limping and he has to come off immediately. And now He is getting an MRI today. Kendra Andrews reports that Nick Nurse said the injury that was forced Embiid to leave the game was unrelated, and then now he has to get an MRI. Doesn't matter. He shouldn't have been in the game. He shouldn't have been in the game. Nick Nurse was awful last night. The medical staff was awful. Somebody has to be held accountable for this. How in the world did he go out there and play this basketball game? And you know what's funny, man? Sam Amick reports today that the reason Joel went out there, he says people within the Sixers organization believed he thought he was forced to play. He forced himself to play through injuries due to scrutiny he has received in recent days. And that brings me to my last category here. And it's people out there, whether it's, the Denver fans or media, or even some of the Sixer fans. I called everybody out on my last video a couple days ago. You should be embarrassed. You should feel ashamed. You are pathetic. If you are one of the people that were out there the other day saying, Embiid ducked Jokic, Embiid ducked Denver, you are an absolute embarrassment if you contributed to this guy playing. Honestly. And I know things have been up in the air. I know all the information isn't clear. Joel Embiid is not soft by any means. This dude has played through 38 freaking injuries in his damn career. He goes out there and he has been treated like garbage year in and year out, going through the cycle, the same repetitive process, the never-ending time continuum of the Sixers treating Joel Embiid like crap, and he continues to go out and play through these type of things. And you're telling me there's no checks and balances. Nobody in that medical staff said, Joe, you're not looking good today. Sit the hell down. Like I said the other day, nobody gives a crap about a regular season game in Denver. All right, Joel Embiid whooped their ass the last 2 times he's played them. I don't give a crap if he hasn't played in Denver. I don't care what he did before that, trying to stat pad against the Pacers or whatever else these people were saying. It's ridiculous. Joel Embiid goes out there, and when he's healthy, he competes. So the fact that people are contributing to this bullshit narrative, especially the talking heads, for example, Kendrick Perkins the other day, oh, well, Joel Embiid's scared of Nikola Jokic. Joel Embiid's scared. Give me a break. It is all of that together. It is all of that, these false narratives that people continue to push that make Joel Embiid feel like, damn, man, maybe I do have to go out there and prove it to these people. And maybe I do have to go out there and we're talking about all these awards. Guess what? You're now 5 games away from not being eligible for the awards. And the players already think it's crap, which it is, which I don't care anymore. I don't want the award. The 30-point streak got snapped last night. Good. I don't want any of that anymore. The Sixers need to shut this guy down for the next 2 to 3 weeks. After the All-Star break, you reevaluate, see where you're healthy. The problem is, and what we're now starting to realize, is that the Sixers are so damn top-heavy, right? When Joel Embiid goes out, the whole damn castle collapses. And that's another issue, right? And now we're actually seeing, this is, by definition, why Joel Embiid is the most valuable player. He goes out, this team looks like a lottery team. Lottery. Daryl Morey needs to do stuff before the deadline, but now you're in another bad situation. Because guess why? Guess why? If Joel Embiid's out and he can't compete, then there's no reason to make a move because this team is cooked. People keep telling me, oh, RB, they got to be able to win with Joel Embiid's out. It doesn't matter because if they get to the playoffs, they're not winning without Joel Embiid. Just like any other good team is not winning without their stars. Joel Embiid continues to get injured, and I really hope that his legacy isn't looking back and saying he just was never healthy for a playoff run. I really hope that's not the case. But when Nick Nurse came into this season and said that Joel Embiid's going to play even more and they want his body to get used to it, and the NBA is trying to push this, non-load managing, cycle here, it's ridiculous. I said it a month ago. I was crucified for it. I would sit Joel Embiid every 3rd game into the playoffs, maybe even more now. I am concerned about Joel Embiid's health. It is not even the All-Star break, and this dude has been playing through injury for a month, and he doesn't look right. He continues to be put out there because he feels all the pressure, and the Sixers need him so desperately to even win games. They're 3-9 without him. Should be 3-10 now. And it's not looking good. It is not looking good. Somebody needs to be held accountable for this decision last night and for putting Joel Embiid through this. And at the end of the day, the last one I'll blame is Joel himself because, Obviously, as a competitor, as an athlete, you want to go out there. You want to be put on the biggest stage. You want to play every single night. Joel, if you know your body well and you know the injury history and you know how disappointed people were last year and seeing you continue to go through playoff runs not healthy, you need to be able to sit yourself down and say, you know what, screw these damn awards, screw everybody else that's saying crap about me. I'm going to do what's best for me. When you decided to pull out of the game the other night, I thought, okay, we're focused on the grand scale. We're looking at the big picture now. There was no reason for you to play this meaningless regular season game, and it's all come together, and now we are in wait-and-see mode. We are in hope and pray that the MRI comes back and there's no serious long-term damage. Now we have to sit up and worry about this because of malpractice, because of false narratives and poor decisions. Joel Embiid was put in a negative situation. And like I said, when you play with fire, sometimes you burn the whole damn house down. And now we have to hope and see. It is very unfortunate what happened last night, and I'm pissed off about it. I'm pissed off. Sound off in the comments. Give me your thoughts down below. We'll wait and see, and we'll get an update. You guys have a great one. Peace.